Morning, everybody. Today is March 12th. We already were live on TikTok for about 29 minutes already. About 30 minutes we did. I'm here this morning. We got the Daily Reader, and the topic of the day is the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. It's the beginning of all wisdom. Okay? So I know it's Wednesday morning. You might have a lot of people at work or getting ready for work right now, and that's completely fine. I completely understand. But the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. I'll just set it off. 0 people in here, but your boy's still talking, all right? It says, persons who fear the Lord are persons who could hardly wait to do the commandments of God. Yup. People who can hardly wait to do the commandment of God. I'm waiting for somebody to pop in here, because once they pop in here, we are going to start this discussion off. We're going to start it off. We're going to set it off. Daughter check. I got to check on my daughter real quick. Hope nobody pops in here while I do this. Hey, good morning. Who's in here? We got one person in here. Let's talk. Send something in here if you're in here. Let's talk about it. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. I love this topic. It's so funny how people pop in and out, because I think we live in a time that everybody is trying to be entertained and not educated. You know, when I go on YouTube, I'm trying to get educated, to be honest with you. I'm not really looking for too much entertainment. I'm looking to be educated. You know? Welcome, chat. Welcome, people. Welcome. Hey, say hello so I know you're in here. Super Covern, say hi. What's going on? Do a freestyle about French toast. French toast sticks. I used to eat a lot of French toast sticks, man. Used to go in the line and get a little French toast stick. So look, this is what we're talking about right now. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. We're not talking about no French toast sticks in here. So the beginning of wisdom comes from the fear of God, right? But I have people ask me and they say, why would God want to be feared? Why does God need to be feared? He doesn't need to be feared. It's not about that. It's just like if you had good parents, right? And I grew up and there were a couple of things that I did that definitely disappointed my parents, right? And I had fear about that. I did not want to. This is Steph Curry. Man, you know how many people say that to me? So many people say that to me. I was on a plane, right? And the stewardess came up to me and goes, I'm like, and she goes, you look like Steph Curry. So I said, give me 1 second. I unstrapped the seatbelt. I stood up and I go, see, you know I'm not Steph Curry. Man, I'm 5'8". You would know I'm not Steph Curry, you know. But I do got a jump shot, deadly one too. Not like him, not as good as him, but I got a jump shot, man. I got game. I'm telling you, I played college football, college football, didn't play college basketball, but I played D1 football. But I had some game in basketball, man. That was my first love. It's crazy how bad you could get if you don't practice. Man, I lost the handles. I played like a couple of summers ago, and I was tripping over my own feet at certain points, losing the ball. I'm like, gosh, I got to get that back, man. I'm 35. I grew up in the era and one. Hot sauce. Yeah, I used to just practice playing basketball all the time. Let's see the hair. Now I got curly hair. What you mean? I got curly hair. Let's see the hair. What? You want to see the hair of my legs? You want to see my hairy legs? Come on now. Let's see the hair. That's funny, man. That's funny. What's everybody on this morning? Do you live in Ohio? Abby, no. I don't live in Ohio. I live in Connecticut. East Coast. East Coast, born and raised. Born and raised. I'll tell you what, Connecticut is not the most exciting place, but it does have a lot of beauty. It packs a lot of punch in this little state. Plus, I could be in Boston in an hour. I could be in the city in an hour. I got friends who work the trains, and you just go up and down. Stay original. It says, ew. Ugh. Anyways, man, I don't want to get too off topic. The whole point of me coming on this live is to talk about the word of the day. If you don't know me by now, I document the journey before the blow up. I work a 9 to 5. I'm a relatable person. I chase my dreams here on YouTube. I shoot my own videos. I make music. But my whole point of making videos is to help others who are looking to do these same type of things. You know, because I think a lot of times, if you don't have people in your corner, I only have like 6 close friends, plus my wife, mom and dad, that really believe in what I'm doing. But even then, too, you know, I only have a few friends that really boost me up, and we talk about what we're doing and help each other out. So I knew if I was someone who didn't have anybody, I would be looking for those types of people on YouTube. I'm 35 years old, so I grew up pre-internet, had YouTube later in life, and now that it's, you know, it's fully here, I think it's amazing. You could build your own circle. You don't have to be the average of the 5 people around you anymore. The 5 people around you, you can make your own algorithm. You could have those 5 people around you at all times based on what you do on YouTube, right? So that's what I was talking about. Daughter check. I got to do a daughter check. I'm watching my daughter right now, so I got to check on her and see what's going on. Make sure she's all right. Mimi, you okay? You want to say hi? Want to say hi? What's up, cutie? I got to feed her soon. So who's still in here? The hood off. Yo, what's up? What are these? What are y'all talking about? The hood off. I don't want to take my hood off. It's cold in here this morning. I'm not taking nothing off. What you think? What you think this is, man? Come on now. What you think? I gotta listen to anybody? Yellow Stanley. Ah. Man, you guys are like playing I Spy in my place, man. Gosh. Yellow Stanley. Yeah. So what's on everybody's mind this morning? Wednesday. Talk to me. What are we gonna talk about? How are we gonna grow in this live? I don't want to talk about no dumb stuff like take your hood off. Who are the 6 people in here? What's on your mind? What are we gonna talk about this morning? Anybody? Come on, I wanna have this be interactive. I wanna talk to people. Anybody. I wanted you to finish. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. So I was talking about the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. So it's just like having parents. And when you have parents, you don't want to let your parents down. Okay. So you do things to not bring shame to your family, right? But it's the same thing with God. You have this reverence for him. It's a deep level of respect that you don't want to let him down. But we're going to naturally let God down all the time. You know, that just is going to happen. But what happens when you continuously grow is the letdowns get a little less. They get a little less severe, right? So check this out. So I'll read it. I'll read it to you because hogs are us. I appreciate you. Appreciate you getting me back on track. Thank you so much. You know. So check this out. It says, persons who fear the Lord can hardly wait to do the commandments of God. They delight in it. It's not a chore to them. They are excited, not bored. They are thrilled, not devastated. When God says something to people who fear him, they are eager to jump into action to get the job done. They have a sense of holy excitement, right? So think about this for a second, right? So where do you get the wisdom from, right? You get the wisdom first. You acknowledge that the wisdom comes from God by fearing God. And not because you're afraid of God. It's just that you realize that God is all powerful. He handles everything. He's the source of everything. So you know that wisdom is coming from him, right? That's the beginning of getting the knowledge. That's what King David said in Psalms. It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? So it starts there. But then how do you get more wisdom? You get more wisdom from reading his word. You read his word. I have a couple of people that have talked to me and they said, I believe in God, but I don't read the word. And my only thing is I say, listen, brother, I've been there. I've been there. I've been a Christian, someone who believes in God but doesn't read the word. And I'm telling you, it's very hard to believe in something when you don't know it. You know, it's just like you wouldn't get married to someone that you don't know, right? First, you guys meet, you ask some questions to each other, you have some conversations, and then you date. And then after you date, you get married because you've built this level of trust. You've built this education of each other, that you understand each other, you know each other, you trust each other enough to then go get married, right? Same thing with God. If you're going to say you believe in God, your faith is only going to get stronger by knowing his character. And you know his character by reading his word. So you first get the wisdom you first acknowledge the wisdom by knowing that it comes from God. You obtain more wisdom by reading his word. But then how do you apply the wisdom? So you apply the wisdom so if I ask God, right, and I say, God, I want to be more Hogs. Thank you, man. Thank you. This is all God. I'm spitting out what God has taught me. But so if I pray to God and I say, God, I want more wisdom, give me more wisdom, right? So if I get more wisdom and I ask for patience, say we ask for patience, trying to think about what I would ask him for. I say, God, just make me more patient. That's one thing I struggle with. I think a lot of people struggle with that. So I ask God for more patience. He's not going to just go inside your heart and take out that area of impatientness, right? Being impatient. He's going to take it out and replace it with patience. No. It's going to be quite the opposite. You're going to be put in situations that are going to test your patience. And then in that test, that's where you choose to apply patience or be impatient. I like to think of the example of, sorry, I gotta go check on my daughter. So I like to think of the example of, oh, okay, it's still good. Daughter check. So I like to think of if I'm in the car and I'm acting crazy because I'm in a rush somewhere, right? That's a chance for me to exercise patience. I heard it one time from an influencer that said, and this doesn't apply to everybody, but he said, rich people don't honk. And, it's not about being rich or poor, or any of that. I just like the point of people who are secure. And if we're going to take, we're people who believe in God, understand that, at the end of the day, we're dealing with people. We're dealing with brothers and sisters. We're all in this together. We shouldn't be hurting each other. So, if I'm sitting there and I'm talking junk to somebody in the car, they can't hear me. I mean, technically, all words are vibrations. We live in a quantum field. I don't know if you've ever thought of someone and they called you. Everything is connected, whether you like to believe it or not. I'm not trying to get on no hocus pocus type stuff, but the truth is that's the reality. So instead of cursing each other, you could bless each other. God says blessings and curse come from the same tongue. So in my life, I'm like, let me decide more often to bless others instead of cursing others. Because listen, I'm not coming on here. What you guys got to understand, I'm not on here to act perfect. Dude, I'm so far from perfect. But thank God I don't need to be perfect because God was perfect. So I receive his perfection by believing in Jesus. That's the best part about being a Christian. God came for everybody who's not perfect. Everybody who's not perfect, exactly who God came for. Because he wants you to understand that you got to rely on him for everything. I'm one of those that needs to read more, so I needed to hear that. So thank you. Hogs, listen, me too. If you need to, I don't know I have the link on TikTok. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon or something. This book is fantastic. It's called, can you see that? Hogs, let me know if you can see that, if you can take a screenshot. You want one of these, my friend. I'm telling you. God's promises. It's 365 days, and every day you just read it. It's got the date. It gives you a scripture of the day here, and then it gives you a reading. It's very obtainable. It's so amazing. I love this book. My mom gave me this to me probably when I was 18. I'm 35. I still read it year after year after year. But yeah, absolutely, boss. I completely get it. I'm the same way. Because after it's been about 6 months now, I started to journal to God. And for the 6 months now, it's been a lot of thanking him. I wake up and I thank him for the. I learned something that was really amazing from Creflo Dollar. I know a lot of people don't like him or like megachurch preachers. I like the phrase "take the skin and leave the bones." Don't get too caught up in everybody's got dirt, man. If you want to dig up dirt on somebody, you probably find it. So don't get too caught up on it. But God's got messages through anybody. I've had God speak to me through people who got vile mouths, and all of a sudden he cracks through them and says something to me that speaks directly to my life. No one else caught it but me. So listen, I don't believe in coincidences. I just believe in being locked in with God and asking for that awareness, thanking him for that awareness, going through your life, and you start to notice these things. Gosh, I just kind of lost my train of thought for a second. Talking about reading the word every day. Journaling. So I started journaling, but it's been about 6 months that I've been reading religiously. So I read this. I have 3 separate daily readers. They're all about a page long, but they all have a verse of the day and they all have a reading. So I just lock in and I read all those. And after I read all those, I then go and I journal. And it helps me a lot because here's the thing that I learned about Creflo Dollar. Sorry, I'm getting back on topic. He said, asking God for something is one thing, but then believing you have it, believe and receive, right? So take the patience example, right? So we were talking about patience. So I would ask God, I say, God, I'm sorry that I'm not patient. I'm in the car, I'm cursing people, and I'm not patient with my life, Lord. I'm sorry for those moments. Please forgive me. And you already know God is forgiving you 2,000 years ago. You're just bringing it to him and having this communion, this relationship with him. That's what we do. And then I'd say, God, I thank you for patience. Now, look how that starts to turn the gears in your head. You just acknowledged that you were impatient with God. You apologized. Then you thanked him. You could even say, God, please give me more patience. God, I thank you for patience. In that same prayer, even though you didn't exercise it 2 seconds ago. And even though you're not getting it right now, but you're acknowledging, it goes back to this scripture, Psalms 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You're understanding that wisdom is coming from God. You're getting that awareness. And then after, when you are thanking him for the patience, you've just received it. So now it's a mind. See, if you keep asking for something, it's like you don't have it. And you continue to operate as if you don't have it. But when you thank him for something that you may not have at the very moment, you begin to live as if you have it already. See, that's faith, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. So it's the substance of things hoped for. It's stuff, hope, and a substance of hope is something you cannot see. You can't see hope. And it's the evidence of things unseen. So when you're thanking him for it, your evidence of the unseen is the thanking him for it. Does that make any sense? That's how I roll with it. What's your biggest struggle in your faith? I think you'd answered it while texting. Man, that's a good question. I think my biggest struggle is always trusting God with everything. Because we could pinpoint little struggles. We could say patience. Man, absolutely. I'm so glad to be talking with you, Hogs. Hogs, if you don't mind, what's your name? So if that's your last name, cool. I think that's a pretty cool last name. If your name is Hoggz, that's pretty. But what's your name? But I would definitely say it's trusting God with everything. See, if you like to, if we pinpoint little things like patience, there's, patience isn't always the root cause to to the problem. Dre, Dre, nice to talk to you. Travis, nice to meet you, Dre. Patience isn't always the root cause. So I kind of always like to go back to the grand picture. And whether you're angry or you're impatient or you're cursing or you're having sex or you're drinking, you're smoking, you're stealing, which I've done all of those. Okay, I'm not exempt from anything, right? If I've done all those, but my root cause is trusting God, right? Because I don't trust him. I steal because I don't believe God can provide. I drink because I don't believe God is my substance. I have sex with random people and date all types of people because I don't trust God to put me with the right person. So that's how I feel it works. It comes down for me. It's trusting God with everything. So the way that I work on that, my struggles is like how I said, waking up in the morning, first thing, and I don't do this all the time, but really mainly all the time. I got the Holy Bible app on the top left corner. It's the very first app on my phone. I click that. I read the scripture of the day. Then I wake up. Things are a little different now. I have a daughter. I have a 1 year old. And we either get her up and get going with her, but then I go downstairs into my studio and I read my daily readers and I just bang those out. And matter of fact, Dre, there's three other daily readers. So God's Promises, you got that one? You got the God's Promises one? This is by far my favorite one. But if you want to get a little more in depth of things, I'll show you another two. 1 second. Daughter check. Say hello. Say what's up to Dre. Say hello. Little pebbles. Little pebbles. Hold on 1 sec. Let me just get her set. I'm going to grab this book. All right. So we got a couple other books down here. I'm going to show you. I need to build a spiritual routine for myself. Yeah, it's so easy, Dre. I'm telling you, it's so easy. So I come down in here, so I make music, I make my own videos, and I shoot. So I got all my camera equipment here, laptop and everything. So I'll come down here in the morning, right? And also, man, get little things like this. Look, walk by faith. That's a scripture. That's something that you could lock in your head all the time. So I got this one. This is a 5-minute Bible study book right here. I read this one. Dre, thank you. I'm so blessed. My wife and I got this house right before COVID. Broke the bank, but actually bought in a great time. And then I got this one. This one's a little rugged. You see, I've had this for years, Dre. I have not changed. Our Daily Bread. And I'm not kidding you. You could get away with any of these things. And then I got my little journal. And in my journal, see, and I just write. I write to God, right? So yesterday, what I write, it said, Lord, sometimes I feel I need to do things to be blessed by you. Thank you for showing me we are blessed because we believe in Jesus. It's not by our works. Boom. It just gets listen, I was watching Natalie Dawson. I don't know if you know Natalie Dawson. She is a she's someone who works for Grant Cardone. She's worth like $200 million, crazy, random leg press. So Natalie Dawson, she's a businesswoman. I watch a lot of entrepreneurial stuff, people who are doing business because that's what I do. She's got a lot of great things to do, great things to say. And she made this video yesterday that it did not sit right with me for a second because she's got 200, 300,000 followers. And she said, it's about, people who want to make more money. She goes, if you're not checking your bank account every day, there's a problem. She said, the first thing I do when I wake up is I look at my bank account. I was like, whoa, that hit me hard because I do the same thing. I've done the same thing before. I trade crypto too. So I have a crypto portfolio. So I'll wake up in the morning and I'll check my Phantom wallet just to see where certain prices are. And every time I do that before I read God's word, it does not sit right. The first thing I like to do in the morning is read God's word. Set the intentions right. Put God first. I put God first. Everything else can flow after that. I don't care about nothing else besides that. And I made the comment, and I commented on the video, and I said, listen, Natalie, I'm not trying to stir up no problems. I love your content. Just one thing just didn't sit right with me. And I just want to put it out there in the comment section so that if people are thinking that they should be putting money first in their life, that is a terrible, terrible idea. Money can do nothing for you. You know, even God says in the Bible, yes, money can solve a lot of problems for you, but God never says to serve money. He always says you either serve mammon or me. He says you cannot serve two masters, God says. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve God and money. He could have picked anything else. He could have picked women. He could have picked drugs. But why did he pick money? Because he knows we struggle with that. He knows that we rely on money. He knows that we have, money is one of them big driving factors for us. He knew it and he put it there. And it's so true. It's so true. He said, you cannot serve both God and money. You cannot serve both God and money. And listen, I'm not someone who's made it. Like I said, I work a 9 to 5, man. I'm not somewhere out here loaded and rich. I'm not. Kids, did you go to the bathroom? It stinks in here. No, one second. One second, Dre. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do multiple things. I wanted to pop on live. I don't come on live a lot. I do more posting. I wanted to be able to talk to people. So I'm so glad I got to meet you, Dre. That's what's up. Hey, you stink? Tell me you didn't go take a dump again. No way. No way. Oh, come on. Did we just drop it? Oh, we just dropped it. Up, and down. There you go. All right, we're going to eat breakfast in a little bit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So, yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. It's all good, bro. Priorities, exactly. Big time priorities, man. I was on a TikTok live just a little bit ago, and I said one of the hardest things I did was have a baby. I mean, I didn't have her, my wife had her, but having a child was not easy. So, dude, oh my gosh, when she was 2-3 months, when she was 2-3 months, man, every 3 hours having to feed her and be up and awake. I don't know. I give so much credit to people who are single, who do that, single mothers and stuff who do that. Crazy hard. I'm like, how do they do this and go to work? How do they do this? It's impossible, but they do it. And that's one of the greatest things about life. Every time we think that something is impossible in our lives, you look at other people and you just say, listen, they do it. They did it. They can do it. You can do it too. So I'm getting warm in the house. So I'm about to just pop this sweatshirt off and put a t-shirt on. Have people on the live, Dre, talking about take the hood off, show the hair. What? It's strange, man. Everybody's trying to get entertained nowadays. I'm not here to entertain anybody. Even though this is an entertaining platform, I'm just not here for it. I'm more here to just be a vessel for God to flow some messages through. Right now, I got bedhead, man. I look crazy right now. But I don't care. Everybody's too concerned on their images, man. Too concerned on how they gonna look in front of people. I don't care how I look in front of people. Forget it. There's no point. What's the point? Dre, where you from? Some stuff you just have to let fly to attack it and distract. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I cracked up though. I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, show the hair. I said, what do you want to see? The hair on my legs or something like that? What you trying to look at? That's weird. Cali. Oh, what part of Cali, man? My best friend lives in San Diego. Dang, Cali, you're up early. That's what is it, 5:40 in the morning? My boy be up early too. Sacramento. I never been to Sacramento, man. I heard great things about Sacramento. I actually watch a guy from your city, Game Guy Goldie. I don't, like everybody, like I said before, I don't believe in everything people say, of course, why should you? But I like a lot. I like his mentality. I think his mentality's dope. It's a cool mentality. Yeah, about to go to work soon. Yeah, man. Yeah, grind out, grind out. What do you do for work? So you're up early already. You already seem like you have a great routine. I'm not trying to grill you in here, man. You don't got to share it. Nice, nice. Yeah, you're in a management role. That's amazing. That's amazing. Not a lot of work for sure. Do you find that being in a management role, it's less about the actual work that's actually getting done? It's more about the people? Who's the other person in here? Can we see? Why don't they make stuff more user friendly? I can't see everything that's going on in here. Yeah, delegate is important. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So listen, if you guys are new, you're popping in here. The beginning of wisdom starts from the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. That's Psalms 111, verse 10. Verse 10. And we've gone over this a lot. Dre, I know you're probably gonna pop out of here soon. It was a pleasure talking to you. Feel free, obviously keep talking throughout here, but it was a pleasure talking to you. Oh, awesome, man. I hope you love it. I don't know how old you are, but I just did a video on my 30s because I'm 35 years old. And I really wanted to help people who thought about 30 years old is old and they need to have everything figured out. And I did my best to try to give advice for that. So I would love to know your feedback on that. And definitely leave a comment on something so I know your username so we can stay in touch. Because, God bless, Dre, for real. I'm 46. Yep, that's what's up. That's what's up. Stay in touch. So you know exactly what I'm talking about then. You know that when you was 30, that you were turning 30, maybe you felt a certain type of way. I haven't figured out much. Yeah, you figured it out, though. You're in a management role, up early. Listen, I look up to people like you. You figured it all out. I'm 35, and it's funny. It's the first thing I said. I said, I used to think that when I turned 30, I needed to have everything figured out. And then I realized I didn't have anything figured out. And now I'm 35, feeling a lot more just about trusting God, moving with his guidance, living life. That's what the video is about. But if you get a chance, Dre, I know everybody's busy. Check the video out. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment so then we can stay in touch. Because other than that, I don't really, besides dishing phone numbers and emails out, which I'm not going to do on live, but we'll definitely stay in touch. It was a pleasure, absolute pleasure talking to you. Hope you have a great day of delegating. Excellent day of delegating. Who else is in here? Let's talk. Dre and I have had a great conversation this morning, man. He's got me all fired up. Let's talk some more. What's going on? Learning every day, bro. Will do. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you so much, Dre. Thank you. You have no idea how much comments like that mean to me and mean to people in my field. Just because it's, you don't hear it a lot. You don't hear it a lot. You know, you don't hear it a lot. And it's not that I need it, but it's very nice to hear, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Who else is in here? I see we got 5 people in here. Say hello, say hi. Let's talk about a topic, or else I'm just gonna keep talking about wisdom from God. But I would love to hear what everybody's thinking this morning. 8:45 on the East Coast right now. Dre tapped in from California, up early. My man was up at 5 o'clock this morning. Who else is an early riser? Let me know who's in the chat. Somebody say something. Let's talk. Let's talk. I can talk. Trust me. I can go all day. I've been on here for 35 minutes. I've probably got another 15 minutes on me, but I would love to talk to you guys and see what's going on. You know, I don't want this live to just be all about me. I want to talk to you guys. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Anybody want coffee? Early bird gets the worm. No doubt. No doubt. I was waking up before Dre at like 4:30 for a while. I'm not gonna lie, getting up early is not easy, but you know, once you just rip the sheets off, pop them feet on the ground, there's no turning back. No turning back. Daughter check. I gotta do a daughter check. Stay with me. Stay with me. I gotta do a daughter check. There we go. There we go. There we go. I gotta get a workout in soon too. Facts. Facts. Yeah, it was super hard to wake up like that. I ain't gonna lie. Super difficult. Super difficult. Well, listen, I gotta rock out of here. I got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Cause I gotta get her fed and I gotta start my day. It's 9 o'clock. It's late. It's late. It's late. So I'll stay in here for just 10 more minutes or so. Talk to anybody. Who's new that just popped in here? Say what's up. Let's talk about something. Let's talk. Let's talk. If you guys are new to this channel, like I said, if you read the bio, I'm documenting the grind before the blow up. I'm somebody that you can relate to. I work a 9 to 5. I shoot my own videos, make my own music, and I'm chasing my dreams here on YouTube. I also have a podcast called Dreams and Day Jobs, where we talk about dreams and day jobs and everything in between. So listen, I'm not here flexing on anybody. No. This is a community. This is a community that I love. I love my subscribers. You know, we love God. We chase our dreams. We boost each other up. We ain't breaking people down. We choose to bless people instead of curse them, right? So that's the whole point. Anybody new in here? Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's bring it up. I just gave the lowdown. What's the topic of the day? What's everybody feeling today? How's everybody feeling about this Wednesday? What are you struggling with? What are your wins? Let's talk about it. That's the second coffee of the day. I'm fired up. It's the second coffee of the day. I'm fired up. Yeah. I just think live is so cool because in real time you can meet new people, talk to new people, and we can help each other out, you know? Let's talk. What's going on? We can go back to yesterday's scripture because yesterday's was a good one. It says, he who believes in the Son of God has the witness inside him. It says, man's only salvation from sin stands on that lonely, barren, skull-shaped hill. A thief hangs on one side, a murderer hangs on the other. Between them, a man wears a crown of thorns. Blood flows from his hands and his feet. It pours from his side, and it drips down his face. While those stand on, look, sneer, and mock. Who is this tortured figure? The man whom other men seek to humiliate and kill. He is the Son of God and the Prince of Peace. All right? All right, everybody, listen. I'm getting out of here. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you guys this morning. I've loved it. All right? I'm going to catch you guys later. Have a blessed day. Kill the day, all right? Seize the day. Carpe diem, right?